Alright, we are gonna play some Dragonage Origins. Sorry I haven't streamed in a while, I haven't really been feeling great. So, I'm returning with a game I've kind of wanted to mess around with.
I'd say if you're looking for anything that even somewhat resembles a challenge, the PSP Marine is the way to go.
So the servers are temporarily unavailable, or they don't exist anymore. I mean, either way. You know, things happen. And so is the good old city blackened with each step you take in my hall, marvel at perfection for its fleeting. You brought sin into heaven and doom upon all the world. Canonical Threnodies 8:13.
The chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it.
Death and destruction.
They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn.
Banana.
They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation.
It's a rough gig, annihilation. Pretty epic start to a game, though.
Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness and prevail. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long.
He's dead now.
I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
So that is the intro to Dragonage Origins. Like I have put in my title. Usually I play a dwarf on normal. We're just going to play on casual because I kind of want to get the story on stream. I don't care much for the like massive challenge that hardcore mode sets, and believe me, it is massive. Gonna be a female or male? We're gonna be a dude. Human, dwarf, or elf? Because we're the younger brother, our older brother's a warrior, so we're going to actually be a Ragu, which makes us a human noble, born to wealth and power second only to royalty. You find your training both in diplomacy and battle put to test as your brother leads the bulk of your family's forces to war in the south. That is our backstory, and now we shall go, for we are a Rogu.
Greetings.
But we are going to change him up a little bit. Baby face. Get the baby. Who's the baby face? Hair? Not my hair. A beard makes no sense for the younger brother. He's a noble. He's fairly well taken care of. As you see, he's got the thing. So there we go. Okay. Eyes, shape. He's got some big eyes. Color. Kind of wanted the green eyes, so that works. Okay. Not super worried about his nose, but eh. Sure. Mouth is fine. A bit of an overbite. A bit of an overbite. Here's the thing, he has no depth to him. It's like, come on, dude. That was some serious cheekbones. There, now he's not like looking like death's door. My goodness, dude. Got a fairly rugged chin. Your height, your size, a little bit of neck thickness. I mean, come on now. No, he looks up.
I have lost the spell.
How do you do?
Greetings.
Greetings. I lost the spell. I need something new. Move aside, please. Greetings.
Greetings. Well, that didn't work.
How do you do?
Oops, where's my head?
Greetings.
How do you do?
I mean, let's face it, we're a rogue, we're cocky. We're just a cocky guy. So, there we go. Next. Now, because we're a rogue, we're baby brother. Dexterity and cunning are our most important attributes. So, we go to 18 there, and 17 there. Why do we go to 18? I don't know. I think we only need 16. I think we'll go 16. And then put that, get that there. We'll put 18 on our decks. That'll be better. That's better. 16 cunning, 16 cunning. There you go. Yeah, see, cunning, we're set. You only needed 16, so we're going to take the coercion. I should take traps. But we're going to take coercion. We have to definitely remove traps. They're very important. Now we're going to play the bow. Obviously, the sooner we can get here, the better. I mean, I guess we could play a dual wielder, but it's kind of dumb. I think we might. We're not gonna worry about it at the moment, though. Let's see. Dirty fighting below the belt. Dirty fighting below the belt. Deadly strike. Yeah, we'll do this. Like I said, we're just gonna play the casual because I've played this game on hard and beaten it. I want to get the story on stream because the main thing is the story in this game. It's awesome.
For generations, your family, the Kuzlans, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown. Not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops.
I do
will
own
be
all the
here
DLCs, so
I expect
we'll
they
play
will start
those.
arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True. But we both had less grey in our hair then. And we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
Monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pop, I didn't see you there. Hal, you remember my son?
I see he's grown into a fine young man. Pleased to see you again, lad.
And this is where Dragon Age Origins differs from a lot of games. You get some choices, but he's not voiced.
Oh no, I left them in Amaranthine, well away from the fighting in the south. They do send their best wishes. My daughter Delilah asked after you. Perhaps I should bring her next time. Oh, as you get older, those years make less difference. A lesson often hard won.
I doubt he'll be receptive, Hal. My fierce boy has his own mind these days, make her bless his heart.
As uniquely talented as his father, I'm sure.
At any rate, Pop, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
Let's see.
I'm certain
Why can't
you
I
will
go?
more than prove yourself, but I am not willing to deal with your mother if you join the war. She'd kill me if I let you go. She's already twisted into knots about Fergus and me going. I doubt that. You know your mother, and she made it clear there is no debate. This is no needless task. I ask you to take a great responsibility. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
He really pounded his chest hard there for no
It is
reason.
an honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Kuzland.
Your lordship,
He's Wakanda forever,
you didn't
him.
mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
Not permanently, I fear.
Without their warning of the Darkspawn rising now, half the nation could have been overrun before we'd had a chance to react. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow Wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilman.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your son is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is one of my sons we're talking about. I have not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone? In the meantime, find Fergus.
The right of conscription's kind of a dick move. Basically, they can recruit who they want, when there's a blight, and there's no saying no.
You'll have plenty of time after we're gone. We must discuss the battle plans in the south. Be a good lad and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
Yeah, but I wasn't really listening to what you said.
Shouldn't you be off to your brother, as I asked? Your brother and I go into battle, not an afternoon tea. Who knows what will happen to us? I will tell you, however, you're my cherished son. I love you, and I trust you completely to carry on the Kuzlan name if the worst should happen. But don't worry about me, dear boy. You'll have enough to occupy your mind while I'm gone.
Oh.
Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt, saying goodbye to Oriana and your nephew. When the king demands it. In fact, not sending our forces south would be a distinctly bad idea. Don't worry, pup. You shouldn't see many problems, but I want you to prepare the men left here, in case. Legends of the Blights tell of horrible things. These Darkspawn once threatened many lands. If we can't hold them, you must prepare for the worst. I know you will.
I'll do my best.
You are a Kuzland, after all. But let's not speak of ominous things. We shall assume that all will go well.
You're gonna be a scaredy cat. Like, no, I'm kind of playing myself
I'll
as
talk
a
to you
scout.
soon. Just let me finish my meeting with Duncan.
You're meeting with Duncan. Duncan's an asshole.
Yes? We fought together under King Marek when he drove the Orlesians out of Ferelden. Heady times. The years since have not held the same promise. It's not something a youth would understand. It will be good to ride beside your father again. Your father hasn't spoken of our time with him? That man took care of his friends. As they say, he was large as life and twice as tall. It's too bad Caleb isn't half that.
Thank you, Tim Curry. I needed that.
I think of him as much as he thinks at all.
That's enough, Hal. You speak of our king.
Oh, the boy did ask, your lordship, as per the latitude you allow. I merely offered my opinion. The topic has come up from time to time. The young and their infatuations. I'm sure that was years ago. People change. To be honest, I have no expectations. And your father seems determined to let you find your own way. If something did happen, well, we'd address it as befits a family of our stature. I'm sure.
We'll see.
There will be much to discuss once I return.
Yeah, I'm sure. I trust the day with your men is nothing serious.
Their progress has been slow, but it's nothing you need worry about.
You told my father the delay was your fault.
If I had reinforced our border levies earlier, my troops could have left before the rains. I confess, My confidence in your father allowed me some complacency. I guess that makes it as much his fault.
Just wanted to wish you well.
That is quite unnecessary.
Yeah, totally not going to stab our family in the
I'm
back.
sorry,
Not at
but
all.
I believe your father wishes to talk to the Arl and myself alone.
Does.
Very well. I doubt your father would mind a slight delay.
It doesn't matter. I'm the main player. I do what I
Indeed.
want.
We spotted a horde assembling in the Korkari Wilds not 3 weeks ago. Luckily, King Kaelan took us at our word and marshaled Ferelden's forces quickly. The first battles have already been fought. Your father and I must move quickly.
Let's see. How many Darkspawn are there?
Perhaps 10,000 or more in this horde. Normally the Darkspawn stay in the deep roads. It bodes ill that so many risk the surface.
How much danger are Fergus and my father in?
I understand the first battles have gone easily.
Indeed. Are the Grey Wardens sure this is a blight, and not simply some large Darkspawn raid?
No archdemon has been sighted yet, my lord. But with my entire soul, I believe this is a blight.
I wish we shared your faith. I suppose we shall see for ourselves once we arrive at the King's camp.
Would you really recruit me into the Grey Wardens?
You're young, skilled, and eager for battle. Or so I heard. The Grey Wardens do not recruit simply anybody, and I intend no flattery when I say you show promise. The old treaties allow me to conscript you even against your father's wishes, but I will not do so. Our order is too small to risk animosity with Ferelden's nobility.
I'm glad I am to hear it.
It's tempting, your lordship, but I'm content to see what other candidates your castle offers.
Did you really come all this way to
I
see
have
Sir
only found
Gilmore?
a couple of worthy candidates in my travels across Ferelden. Your father invited me here, suggesting this Sir Gilmore. If he is not suitable, I will head south and join up with the king.
You know the king?
Well. King Kaelan is an eager young man who has shown great wisdom in responding to the Darkspawn threat.
I've heard he is a bit enraptured with the Grey Warden legend, and that is why he caters to your order.
How? That is unworthy of you.
He only repeats what we've all heard. Whatever the king's reasons, I'll take his support.
Just checking to make
Priority
sure
is
that was
defeating the
working.
Darkspawn before they threaten all of Ferelden.
I'll leave you
Until we
alone then.
speak again.
Let's go ahead and save ourselves here. New save. Done.
Good evening, my lord.
Howdy. We'll be best friends, I'm sure.
Greetings, my lord. You are the Terran's son, are you not? That is
I am
good to
indeed
know.
Aiden.
I understand you shall take charge of your father's castle once we march. Ah,
So I'm told, yes.
then I wish you luck. Good evening, my lord.
I'm sure we'll be best friends too. Best friends forever.
And done.
And done. That's why we played a Ragu. Unlock everything, I say. Everything. There's a mace. Success. Ha ha.
Good evening, my lord.
Howdy. The Chant of Light. Bride of the Maker and other things.
Maker, prepare a place for us. Redeem our world from sin. Forgive our transgressions.
Maker, forgive us all.
Have you come to pray for your brother and father? I'd be happy to ask for the Maker's blessings with you.
I'd appreciate that.
Call me Malol. I've known you since you were a wee babe after all. Creator of the sky, the land, and the sea. Hear your people in our time of need. Let no
Maker,
man
watch over
have
us.
cause to fear the shadows. Let their souls be lifted upon your return. So let it be. There now.
Maker, forgive us all.
I'll be keeping a vigil tonight. You're welcome to come. There are many more who must receive the Maker's blessings before they leave. If you would excuse me.
Okay. Thank you.
It is the least I could do. If the worst comes to pass, child, take comfort in knowing that the Maker's will takes many forms. We shall talk once
Many,
the
many
soldiers have
forms.
departed.
I'm sure we'll have that opportunity and nothing terrible will happen at all and everything will be fine. Total confidence. La, la, la.
It's done, naturally.
It is done. Naturally. I'm awesome.
But with
Deep mushroom. Okay. Not a lot in that room. Not a lot. There's the front doors. We don't want to go out there.
success.
Success! Haha!
It's done.
Alright, 5 copper pieces. That's like nothing. Nothing at all. Be our guest. Be our guest. Do 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 do. As Kuzland is the best, and then we'll leave up the rest. Do 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 do.
I'm done.
Look at all this stuff we'd be missing if we weren't a Ragu. But we're a Ragu, so everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome.
Surely it can't be true.
So you see the elves, they're servants.
Very late tonight, giving the Arl's men proper quarters.
Well, probably. Sounds like you should get to it then. Don't let me delay you. Okay, there's Arl Howe and all them.
There you are. Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Hello to you
Pardon my
too,
manners,
Sir
my
Gilmore.
lord. It's simply that I've been looking all over the castle for you. I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave.
Did the dog get in the larder again?
Try to keep him out. He always finds a way in. You know these Mabari hounds. They listen only to their
I know.
master. Anyone else risks
That's
having an arm
dog.
bitten off.
I guess I should go collect them.
Before Nan tears down the walls. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we? She was entertaining
my
Lady
mother?
Landra and her son when I left her. Perhaps in the atrium? Before we go, my lord, might I beg a question? I've heard from several people that a Grey Warden is here. Is that true?
His name's Duncan, I met
Is
him.
it also true that this Grey Warden was asking after me?
Gotta love those semis, they're just pathetically loud. He intends to test you for recruitment.
Are you certain? Can you imagine?
No, I made it
a
up.
Grey Warden? It would be everything I've dreamed of. Of course, I shouldn't get ahead of myself. Pardon my outburst.
You are forgiven. Let us go mess up the Doge. We've got to stop the Doge.
Moving on.
First things first. Greens down. Elf root. Pile of sacks. 6 copper, alright. Kitty cat. Woof, woof.
Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
But mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves. I swear it.
Calm down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down.
I'm sorry he's bothering
Just get
you.
him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way. Why are you talking to me, young man? That wretched creature is likely eating my beautiful roast as we speak. How in the blazes am I supposed to know? He up and walked through the wall, I expect. That hound isn't natural. I see it in his eyes. He does this on purpose, just to torment me. Why are you talking to me, young man? That wretched creature is likely eating my beautiful roast as we speak. I'll calm down once that beast is out of my larder.
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here?
What is... Are you trying to tell me something, boy?
It does seem like he's trying to tell you something. Wait. Did you hear that?
Oh, I was hoping for something more. Yes. Kill them all! Keep going. Huh. Yes, keep going. All right. Huh. Yes. And I'm off. Yes. Oh, it fell down.
Giant rats? It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell. Your hound must have chased them in through their holes. Looks like he wasn't raiding the larder after all.
Those were very large rats.
They come up from the Kakari wilds sometimes. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Isle's men.
Good boy. 6 copper, we'll take it. Pet Doge. Pet Doge. Who's a Doge? You're the Doge. Good Doge. Wooden crate. Elf fruit. Doge. Can we do something about this gory mess? Yes, he licks it clean. Good boy. Anything interesting? Runs up and deposits slightly damaged cake in your waiting hands. Okay. Cake, excellent. Good boy. He's a good boy. I got a cake.
There he is, as brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt.
Actually, he was defending your larder from rats, big ones.
Not the large grey ones.
They'll rip you to shreds, they will.
See, now you've gone and scared the servants. I expect those filthy things are dead.
My faithful warhound made sure it's
I bet
safe.
that dog led those rats into there to begin with.
Oh.
Oh, don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms.
Oh.
Here then, take these pork bits and don't say that Nan never gives you anything. Bloody dog. Thank you, my lord. Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about. Thank you again for your help. Now, if you'll just hold on a moment. Yes? Adney, get moving with those casts. And Kath, do you think you can serve that to the turn with dirt from the floor all over it?
Miserable old bat.
Old bat, am I? We've got to work double time on supper, sweep out the hearths, and no complaining. Just keeping
Busy
order.
day?
That's why your father keeps me on. The good maker knows I needn't take care of you anymore. Thank you for coming to your old nanny's rescue. That blasted hound is more trouble than he's worth. He is.
Oh.
Don't start with me. You've gotten all you're getting today. But what about you, my lord? Been keeping safe and well behaved, I hope?
Why would I say anything?
Good.
Of course.
I'm not exactly privy to your goings-on now that you're grown. Just an old nanny, never invited to your father's fancy meetings. Do you remember that bedtime tale I used to tell you, the dog that bit? Good.
I remember it.
Then you can start.
Before our father's fathers came down from the mountains.
A warhound was born to the elder bitch of a tribal chief. They named him Hahaku and gave him everything. He grew up a fine, strong pup, destined to be the partner of the chief's eldest son.
And Hahaku grew prideful.
Became arrogant, taking food from his kin and warning them, in the way of dogs, that the chief's family would punish them if they tried to attack him. Years passed, and the time for the chief's son to take a warhound came closer. Hahaku's pride swelled, and many of the people of the tribe came to the chief, quietly whispering of this dog's bullying. With each complaint, the chief saw only Hahaku's strength and pride, and sent his people away. But as his son grew, the chief watched more closely. The day might come when his boy's life would depend on this dog. If the humblest of his people would not trust Hahaku, how could he?
Hahaku's own misdeeds
When the day
bid him.
came, Hahaku sat proudly waiting to be called, but the old chief chose Hahaku's brother as his son's hound. Hahaku was shamed, but felt no remorse. So great was his rage that he darted across the fire pit and bit the chief's hand. The chief and his son struck at Hahaku, cursing him. The hound ran into the village, seeking shelter in the tents and kennels. The other dogs snapped at him, and the tribe's people threw stones at him. Before the chief could reach him, the tribe had torn Hahaku apart. Now, what should you carry from this tale?
How you treat the least is remembered by the greatest.
Hahaku thought nothing of abusing the tribe and their dogs, but their complaints showed the chief he could not be trusted. But you're far too old now for an old woman to be reminding you to watch how you behave, hmm? It's a story
Why'd you tell me that story?
That's all. Be off with you then. Tell your brother farewell before he rides off to war.
We will serve you while the Terran is away.
We will serve you well while the Terran is gone.
Well, I mean, you will. That's true. Okay, we're gonna go this way. Obviously make sure we did the kitchen thing, yeah, okay. Doge, come on. Door. Hello. Nothing? Okay. Emptiness.
Oh, my lord, we were just, well,
playing cards?
The treasury's safe. I'm not even sure why the Terran stationed us here.
Don't worry, I won't say anything.
Appreciate that, my lord. Thank you.
Thank you for your lenience, my lord.
Not happening.
It's not happening. We're not going in the treasury. Totally forbidden. We were never going to do it in the first place, I'm sure. Was I in here? I was in here. through there. So up the atrium we go.
Good evening, my lord.
Off we go in the library. Book. 50 experience points. A book. Books.
Hello, my dear boy. By chance, I am beginning to teach these young squires about your family's history.
Do we have to? History's boring.
Boys, you are referring to the Couslands, the very family in whose castle you live. Show some respect.
Still the same taskmaster, I see.
Not exercised. It withers just as the body does. Perhaps you'd care to join me in teaching the lesson?
Certainly, I'd be happy to.
The Cousland history is long indeed. Where shall we start?
Where was our line? When was our line founded?
But the Couslands became Tierns during the Black Age. Is that familiar, child?
During the lycanthrope plagues, the werewolves.
Some of my lessons seem to have stuck. At that time, your
I just have
family
good
held
cunning.
a minor title of Ban. When the werewolves reached this area, Ban Mather Cousland organized a curfew and patrols within the city. Several other local bands supported his efforts by swearing oaths of fealty, making him their Tiern.
We predate the founding of the kingdom, yes.
Some of my lessons don't disappear into that yawning chasm between your ears, young man.
Your lecturing does lead to yawning.
Don't spend the same care whetting the edge of your mind as your tongue. At any rate, your family has held the tournure of High Ever since before King Calenhad united Ferelden. In fact, Tierna Alethea Cousland battled Calenhad to maintain High Ever's independence.
We oppose the king?
The Couslands are ardent royalists now, but at that time, Calenhad was unknown and considered dangerous by many. When Calenhad's army reached High Ever, Tierna Alethea led the local bands against him. Obviously, Calenhad won.
Yet he let us keep the Tyrannor.
Wished to unite Ferelden, not conquer it. After Alethea's men were defeated, Calenhad asked her to swear fealty. The boulder where they held council still stands today as a memorial of that event.
Tell me about the relationship with Earl Howe.
Between the Couslands and the Howes reaches back to the Orlesian occupation.
When did Orlais occupy
During your
High Ever?
grandfather's rule. Of course, Orlais found it difficult to hold these lands. During the rebellion against Orlais, several battles were fought near High Ever. The port village of Harper's Ford was the tourneur's center. Its Jarl was Tarleton Howe. Though nearly 90, he was still as sharp and bitter as cheap ale. Your grandfather openly supported the rebellion, but Howe sided with Orlais. Your family was forced to seize Harper's Ford before it was all over.
We fought the Howes?
Father couldn't afford to lose Harper's Ford. In keeping the town, your family drove Orlais from its lands. The Howes eventually joined the rebellion, when all of Ferelden united behind King Merrick and General Logain. Just as now we united behind Merrick's son, King Cailan, to fight the Darkspawn.
Time to end the lesson, I think.
Indulging an old man.
Does that mean we have to listen to you now?
Silence! I will not have you two becoming smart-mouthed hooligans. Perhaps you should go. I doubt they need any more distraction. I'm just going to settle in here and apparently just talk to myself all the good. Don't laugh myself all this way.
Mumble, mumble, grumble, grumble. He's snoring. He's literally got Z's coming out of his head.
We'll all be killed and I won't see one. Is that true? This is boring. Why do we have to read books anyway? I want to learn how to use a sword.
Anything interesting? Nope. That's okay. He didn't find anything fun.
And my dear Bryce bought this back from Orlais last year. The Marquis who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the king. Ah, here is my younger son. I take it by the presence of that troublesome hound of yours that the situation in the kitchen is handled.
Yes, Mother. Nana's back to speak as we, or back to work as we speak.
Darling, you remember Lady Landra, Ban Lawrence's wife?
I think we last met at your mother's spring salon.
Of course, it's good to see you again, my lady.
Didn't I spend half the salon shamelessly flirting with you?
Right in front of your family, too.
You remember my son, Darian. He's riding with your father tomorrow.
It's good to see you again, my lord.
And you, Darian.
Iona. Do say something, dear.
It is a great honor, my lord. I have heard many wonderful things about you.
Don't look now, Eleanor. I believe the girl has a crush on your lad.
Lady Landra. Hush, Landra. You'll turn the poor thing scarred.
I can handle my own affairs, thank you.
I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear. Darian, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study.
Good evening, your lordship.
You should say goodbye to Fergus while you have the chance.
Did you know the Grey Warden here?
You haven't got it into your head that you want to be recruited.
Darkspawn have returned. Grey Wardens are needed.
At the castle to occupy you. I don't need you off chasing danger like your brother.
Do you know where Fergus might be?
Probably upstairs with Oriana.
Why can't I go with Father and Fergus?
Stay in the castle and watch others
Fergus
ride
and Father, Father and Fergus.
We must see to our duties first. You understand that, don't you?
What if they fall without me?
And we must cope as best we can.
I have a bad feeling about all this.
Your father and brother are marching off to fight Maker knows what. All the assurances in the world don't comfort me. But it wouldn't help for us to take up arms and follow. Fergus and your father have their duty and we have ours.
Are you staying back at the castle?
Then I'll travel with Lady Landra to her estate and keep her company for a time. Your father thinks my presence here might undermine your authority.
I don't think you should go.
It won't be long. I love you.
I should go.
You know that, don't you? You've grown
I brought
up
this
so
on.
fast. And now Bryce is leaving you in charge of the castle. I suppose there's no point in dwelling on it. Go do what you must then. I will see you soon.
Yeah, there's not. I'm awesome. Go me. Team Rugu. Go Team Rugu. He's still snoring. Pathetic.
Hello again. Your castle study is wonderful. Might I ask whose collection this is?
This is my grandfather's,
So
but I come here often to read.
Do you have a favorite book?
Dragons of Tevinter.
Good choice. Timaeus' theory on the nature of dragons and how they connect to Darkspawn is quite intriguing.
So you're going to be riding with
yes,
my father
though
tomorrow.
I don't know when. I will leave when your father does. I'll ride as his second, glorified squire, more or less. I'll care for his horse and armor and such. It's quite an honor.
We will actually fight?
I admit trepidation about facing Darkspawn, but I can't imagine an opponent more worthy of defeat.
You consider it an honor to do menial tasks?
I am no child of a great house. If I can rise within the ranks of your father's service, it is more than I could normally hope for. I'm a bit surprised that you're not riding alongside your brother. Is that disappointing?
I have important duties here at the castle.
This is no small estate like my own. If you're interested, I shall record what I can during the battle. My writing skills may be lacking, but I hope to convey a true sense of a warrior's experience. Writing such an important work is one of my ambitions.
Do you know anything about the Grey Wardens?
Is it true there is one here in the castle? Have you met him?
It's true, I've met him.
Grey Wardens in a heartbeat. Can you imagine destroying the Darkspawn forever, becoming a hero? But I'd never gain a Grey Warden's notice. I'll have to be happy under your father's command.
I should go.
I am sure you have much to do.
You, on the other hand, Miss Flirty.
He seems very noble and intelligent.
And bloodthirsty. Look at the blood. You're very pretty, if I might say so.
Thank you.
I haven't seen many elven ladies in waiting.
Very good to me. I am lucky. If I may, your mother has no ladies in waiting herself. Is that usual for a noble woman of her rank?
She doesn't care to be fussed over.
I see amongst other noble women.
How'd you come to know Lady
My family
Landra?
has been in service to hers for many years. Lady Landra elevated my place as a reward for our loyalty. I hope this position might pass to my daughter.
You have a daughter?
Forgive me, I shouldn't have mentioned her. Her
quite all right.
name is Amathine. Her father died of a wasting sickness 2 years ago.
You speak of her fondly. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
He is with the Maker now.
Huh. I bet she has your beautiful eyes.
Many people say she looks a great deal like me. I'm the only one who sees her father in her.
You don't hope for more for your daughter? I think we should get to know each other better. Sounds like Lady Landra's been good to you.
That is not true in many households, but I hear it is in yours. It speaks well of your father to show such compassion.
Tell me more about yourself.
What would you like to know?
Is there any?
Lady
Where were you
Landra's
born?
manor is not half so large as your castle, so my family lives in the alienage.
Do you enjoy living there?
Stand out quite so much. In an alienage, my daughter learns what it means to be elven, as much as possible. So much of our history has been lost.
What do you think of humans?
An awkward question. What do you mean?
Do you resent humans?
That is not an easy question. I think that conversation would take far more time than we have now.
Is there anyone special back
I
home?
have little time for such things.
Surely you're joking. Someone as beautiful as you.
I am not so pretty that suitors are lining up, if that's what you mean. Of
I'd
course.
like to ask you about something else. I think we should get to know each other better.
What else did you have in mind?
Something more intimate later on in my room.
I think I might like that. If I come to your door once everyone is asleep, would that be agreeable, my lord? Until
Please
tonight,
call me Aiden.
I look forward to this evening, my lord.
Shameful. That's what I am. Just a little scamp. That's not what I meant to hit. Okay. So we'll go ahead and save the game. We're pretty well all set up for, you know, the story to continue. We've learned about people, places, experience points. Oh yeah.
Good evening, my lord. Good evening.
Howdy.
Are you daft?
Yes.
Don't think so. Don't think so.
Fine.
Not happening.
Tell me what's not happening, you jerk. Huh. Whether that jerk is me.
Is there really going to be a war, Papa? Will you bring me back a sword?
That sword, Oren. And I'll get you the mightiest one I can find, I promise. I'll be back before you know it.
I wish victory was indeed so certain. My heart is disquiet.
Don't frighten the boy, love. I speak the truth. And here's my little brother to see me off. Now dry your eyes, love, and wish me well.
Should I wait outside?
I'd like to say farewell.
I wish I could go with
I wish
you.
you could come. It'll be tiring killing all those darkspawn myself.
Surely your father would not place both his heirs in danger?
Mother and father have been fighting about it for days. It's too bad. I could have used you at my side. If it's any consolation, I'm sure I'll freeze in the southern rain and be completely jealous of you up here, warm and safe.
I am positively thrilled that you will be so miserable, husband.
Did you know there's a Grey Warden in the castle?
Was he riding a griffin?
Shh, Oren. Griffins only exist in stories now.
I'd heard that. Did he say why he's come?
He's going to test Sir Gilmore.
I hope he makes it. If I were a Grey Warden, though, I'd have my eye on you. Not that father would ever allow it.
Do you think the war will be over quickly?
The battles have gone well. There's no evidence that this is a true blight, just a large raid.
Could that be true?
I'll see for myself soon enough. Pray for me, love, and I'll be back within a month or two.
I bring a message. Father wants you to leave without him.
Men are delayed. You'd think his men were all walking backwards. Well, I'd better get underway. So many darkspawn to behead, so little time. Off we go then. I'll see you soon, my love.
I would hope, dear boy, that you plan to wait for us before taking your leave.
Be well, my son. I will pray for your safety every day you are gone.
A good shield would be more useful.
Sustain and preserve us all. Watch over our sons, husbands and fathers, and bring them safely back to us.
And bring us some ale and wenches while you're at it. For the men, of course.
Fergus, you won't say this in front of your mother.
What's a wench? Is that what you pull on to get the bucket out of the well?
A wench is a woman.
Oren's totally gonna live throughout the whole game and be amazing.
Or a woman who drinks a lot of ale.
Bryce, maker's breath. I swear it's like living with a pack of small boys.
I'll miss you, mother dear. You'll take care of her brother, won't you?
You can count on me.
How thrilling to know I'm so well taken care of.
Enough. Enough. Pup, you'll want to get an early night. You've much to do tomorrow.
I leveled up. Level up, level up, level 2. Level 2. Okay. So attack and defense. Sounds good. Cool. So we have 70 in our inventory. 95 health, 104 stamina. Not a lot of a lot, so there we go.
Mama says you're going to be watching over us.
Talk to Orin.
Is that true, Uncle? What if the castle
It's going to be very exciting.
Will there be dragons?
Dragons are terrible creatures, Orin. They eat people.
Yeah, I want to see one.
This is your influence, Fergus.
I didn't say anything.
Are you going to teach me to use a sword, Uncle? Then I can fight evil too. Take that, dire bunny. Oh, darkspawn, fear my sword of truthiness.
Of truthiness.
We're teaching him about honesty.
Don't worry, son. You'll get to see a sword up close real soon. I promise.
If you should need any assistance in the coming days, I would be glad to offer it.
Getting sent to bed early, are we? A warm bed doesn't sound so bad now, come to think of it.
That's not a long march in the cold.
At any rate, I'll miss you. Take care of everyone, and be here when I get back.
Best do as your father says, darling.
You should be on your way, pup. Long day ahead tomorrow.
That's a Grey Warden.
I was wondering how long this would take. Has he asked to recruit you?
And if he did?
If he did, then I would have to consider it. If a blight is truly upon us in the south, then Grey Wardens will be needed. There is no higher calling. If it comes to that, we can talk about it when I get back. Until then, just show him every courtesy. Duncan is a fine man, and a hero. I know that you'll do me proud. You've grown into a fine lad, that much is clear.
And nothing terrible is going to happen. Everything will be fine. So we get stats with the characters. You see, Doge has 3 kills. His biggest, most powerful slain, giant rat. Booyah. Everything's fine. Nothing to see here. No betreachery. No betreachery whatsoever. See, look at me. I'm happy with the elf girl. Happy with the elf girl. Nothing will befall her. She's in her underpants. Angry Doge. He's got his angry eyes
The
on.
hound is making so much noise. He seems so angry. I thought
Perhaps
I
something
heard
is
yelling
wrong.
when I woke up, but now I hear nothing. I'm gonna see if someone's in the hall.
Dead. Well, she's gone. I apologize, lady. That's my bad.
Going. Yes. And on. Going. Greetings. All right. Over here. Yes. And on. Going. Don't bleed for this.
Darling, I heard fighting outside and I feared the worst. Are you hurt?
Mom, you got a bow. Those men killed Iona.
The elven girl? But why? The scream woke
I have
me
no
up.
idea.
There were men in the hall, so I barred the door. Did you see their shields? Those are Hal's men. Why would they attack us?
He betrayed father. He attacks while our
You don't
troops are
think Hal's
gone.
men were delayed? On purpose? That bastard. I'll cut his lying throat myself. Have you seen your father? He never came to bed.
Maybe he stayed up with
We
Arl
must
Howe.
find him. We must find him.
Can you still handle a weapon,
no
Mother?
Orlesian wallflower. Give me a sword and I'll use it. Now let's go.
Angry Doge.
Some of your father's belongings are in that trunk.
It's done. Naturally.
Mine. Mine. All this is mine. That was all the stuff I found. I found that cake. Booyah. Don't worry. Nothing terrible if we open up my brother's door. Nobody's dead. Except for everyone.
No!
Oh.
My little Oren. What manner of fiend slaughters innocents?
You should have given him the sword of truthiness. Why would they do this?
Taking hostages. He means to kill all of us. Oh, poor fuckers. Let's go. I don't want to see this.
Goodbye, little Oren. Your awesomeness will never be known. We shall save at the corpse of Oren, for he is no more, and the sword of truthiness has been flamed out of this world. Sigh. Level up! Doge has strength. Combat won't be too much of anything, because we're playing on casual, because we just want to do the story. I've beaten this game already several times. So we're gonna have a fun playthrough. Where I am epically awesome. Plus, he has no head. I'm the best. The best. Stay away from my knives because I'm the best. I'll take your 5 coppers. Those are my coppers now. And done. We're playing a Ragu. As you can see, we can unlock things because that's how Ragus do.
I'm so sorry.
Who has no head? That guy right there. See, here's his body. Head is gone. I decapitated it because he tried to kill my family. That's the elf girl. And that's my little Oren who had his sword of truthiness and he was snuffed out. They murdered everybody. Yeah, you decapitate people in this game. We ain't holding no back. Dragonage Origins. This is how things get done.
Can you hear the fighting?
Granted, they can do that to you too, so, you know. You know that. Let's see. Then we should take the fight to them.
You would throw your life away? The front gate?
Yes.
That's where your father
Literally, that's what this game's about. Throwing your life away. Oh, thanks for the follow.
Listen, darling.
We can't let
We
our
haven't
house
much
win.
time. If we can't find your father, you must get out of here alive. Without you and Fergus, the entire Kusen line dies here. If Howe's men are inside, they must already control the castle. We must use the servant's entry in the larder to escape. Do you hear me?
I want Howe dead.
And visit vengeance upon him.
I will be Dragon Age Batman. Also, that guy, his stuff is mine. Like I said, I am playing on casual because I've beaten this game on all difficulties. I've played this game many times, but never on stream. Don't be a coward, stand and fight.
Here they come!
I mean, look at you. You're clearly clothed for combat. I should have got behind him. That's okay. There we go. I mean, you do convince him to fight pretty much in just his regular clothes. He has no armor. It's not a good situation for him. He's just like, yeah, charge. Let's go fight the armored soldiers in our clothing. That'll end well. We'll do just fine. Everything's fine.
Moving on.
The only part of this game I'm not really looking forward to is the whole elf area. Hey, like I said, we're playing casual, so nobody gets killed. As I say that, he'll probably end up dead. I don't think I've ever played this game casual. Usually I play it normal, but I don't wanna. Because the thing with Dragon Age Origins, the combat, they didn't quite get figured out very well. The story is probably my favorite out of the 3 games, but the combat is unpleasant.
You will be avenged, old sage. I swear it.
He was asleep. He didn't hear anything. A pile of books. Oh, blank vellum. That'll come in later. That'll be a handy usefulness later. Let's see here.
It's done.
That's our injury kit. That'll come in useful against the Darkspawn. Actually, my favorite part of this game is the part that like nobody likes. I really like the dwarven areas and the Darkspawn and the deep roads. Usually I play a dwarven noble. I think the dwarven noble story is awesome. Except it makes no sense because then it's like the best way for the dwarves is to put your brother, keep him on the throne because the other guy's incompetent. And it's like, but I hate my brother. He literally tried to have me exiled, killed, and thrown in the deep roads to die. I don't like him. Why would I want him on the throne? It makes no sense story-wise, but they're like, yeah, that's exactly what you want.
The family blade lies inside. Here, darling, take my key. That blade.
Dwarven Noble's my favorite. Dwarven Nobles are awesome.
Sever his treacherous head.
I was so happy they brought the ability back to play as different races in Inquisition. I love playing the different races.
Over with.
I actually like the city elf story too, because the big wedding and then you get your bride taken away from you by Arlhau's men to have their way with her before you get to. So you just go on a massive rampage of vengeance trying to get her back.
Come, together we shall leave this place.
I'm getting a lot of potions that I'm never going to use. Was I in here already? He goes, no, I wasn't. Dagger, dagger, dagger. I'm gonna go ahead and save right here. Because I have to strip my mom of all her worldly possessions before I leave her. I'm pretty sure that's the way I have to go, but I just want to make sure there's nothing over here.
Now let's see. Which one's first?
I chose correctly. He screamed a long time. He did not... That voice actor did not want to, like... He wanted his money's worth. I get her clothes anyway. Usually I strip her before I even fight with her, just to make the game more challenging, but... Eh.
Yes.
He loses his head. He's dead now. When you get to Ostagar. See, I didn't remember if you did or didn't, because I haven't played this game in probably 3 or 4 years. I used to play it once a year. Like this and KOTOR, I'd play once a year. And then I just kind of quit playing this game because it is a very long game. Especially if you're playing on normal mode. Or hard mode. Because that mage would have wiped me out.
Go, man the gate. Keep those bastards out as long as you can. Your ladyship, my lord, you're both alive. I was certain Hal's men had gotten through.
They did get through. Orin's dead.
And Orin. I can't believe... Are you injured?
Don't worry about me, your ladyship. Thank the Maker you two are unharmed. When I realised what was happening, it was all I could do to shut the gates. But they won't keep Hal's men out long. If you've another way out of the castle, use it quickly.
Where's the Grey Warden?
You don't think he's involved in this, do you?
Perhaps he was sent to kill Bryce? Oh dear. Have you seen him?
When I last saw the Terran, he'd been badly wounded. I urged him not to go, but he was determined to find you. He went towards the kitchen. I believe he thought to find you at the servants' exit in the larder.
Bless you, Sir Gilmore. Maker watch over you.
Maker watch over us all.
I don't know. It might be coming through because of my microphone. Because I'm playing on my Xbox. I've been playing on my PC lately. So... So it might be because my TV was really loud and it was coming through my headphone. Yeah. I forget sometimes to mute my TV. So an echo starts happening. Because when you're playing on PC, you don't have to. It's not a big deal because it just goes through the headphones. Ah, poop.
Be on your guard for this.
I can still take it. We're fine. Everything's fine. We're fine. Just pointing out, Servant Boy is still alive. He's best soldier, obviously.
Let's wipe them out quickly.
On normal mode, that mole guy right there would be a problem. Level 3. Level 3. Oh, so you're playing an Ogren character. Two-handed dwarves are awesome. I don't want to go in there yet. I have played the two-handed dwarf character and told Steve Bloom to shove it, because he's who voices Ogren. I was like, you married a witch.
Going to die!
Run, elves, run. How far are you in your playthrough?
after this.
I'll go.
There he was. I couldn't figure out where that guy went. Alright. Got everything there. There. Your stuff is better than mine. If I remember right, it's no, wrong button. Wrong button. Trying to remember how to button. Okay, she didn't have a second set. That's fine. It's fine. No, I understand. Like I said, that's what I'm doing right now. I beat this on the Xbox 360 when it first came out. I remember being really, like, I was more hyped for this game than probably any game in the past 20 years. I just remember finding it on GameFAQs because I was looking for something that was like a Lord of the Rings type game, and I saw this on the old GameFAQs website, and I was like, wow, this looks fun. I started reading more and more about it, and playing on your laptop.
There, you both are.
It's amazing laptops are able to play these types of games.
Wondering when you would get here.
See, I figure Bryce, the dad, he can get a little love before he dies.
Found me first. Almost did me in right there.
Why is he doing this?
Get away with this. The king will...
Bryce, we must get you out of here.
I won't survive the standing, I think.
That's not true. You'll be fine.
My boy. If only Will can make it so.
Once Hal's men break through the gate, they will find us. We must go.
Someone must reach Fergus. Tell him what has happened.
And take vengeance because we're Batman.
Vengeance?
Bryce, no. The servant's passage is right here.
It's one of my favorite missions, is going through Howard's estate and wiping everybody out, including him.
I cannot make it.
I'm afraid the Turn is correct. House men have not yet discovered this exit, but they surround the castle. Getting past will be difficult.
You are Duncan, then? The Grey Warden?
Yes, your ladyship. The Turn and I tried to reach you sooner.
My younger son helped me get here. Make her be praised.
I am not surprised.
Are you going to help us,
Duncan? Whatever is to be
Duncan?
done now, it must be quick. They are coming.
Duncan, you are under no obligation to me, but I beg you, take my wife and son to safety.
I will, your lordship, but I fear I must ask for something in return.
Anything.
What is happening here pales in comparison to the evil now loose in this world. I came to your castle seeking a recruit. The Darkspawn threat demands that I leave with one.
I understand.
What about Sil Gilmore?
You were always my first choice. I will take the
Kind of a
Chairman
jerk
and your
move.
son to Ostagar to tell Fergus and the king what happened. Then your son joins the Grey Wardens.
So long as justice comes to Hal. I agree.
Then I offer you a place within the Grey Wardens. Fight with us.
I accept.
Quickly then.
Bryce, are you sure?
Our son will not die of Hal's treachery. He will live and make his mark on the world.
Darling, go with Duncan. You have a better chance to escape without me.
Eleanor.
Hush, Bryce. I'll kill every bastard that comes through that door to buy them time. But I won't abandon you.
I won't let you
My place
sacrifice
is with your
yourself.
father, at his side to death and beyond.
And I will let you sacrifice yourself.
So sorry it's come to this, my love.
We had a good life and did all we could. It's up to our children now.
Then go, pup. Warn your brother. Know that we love you both. You do us proud.
They've broken through the gates. We must go now.
Goodbye, darling.
It's just tragic. BioWare did a really good job with these opening stories. This is top-notch stuff from BioWare.
South through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kaelan. I didn't expect
a royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
No need, Duncan. You are Bryce's youngest, are you not? I don't think we've ever actually met.
Are you not even aware my father's dead?
What do you mean? Duncan, do you know anything about this?
Terran Cousland and his wife are dead, Your Majesty. Arl Howe has shown himself a traitor and overtaken Highever Castle. Had we not escaped, he would have killed us and told you any story he wished.
I can scarcely believe it. Well, how could he think he could get away with such treachery? As soon as we are done here, I will turn my army north and bring Howe to justice. You have my word.
Thank you, Majesty.
You wish to see your brother. Unfortunately, he and his men are scouting in the wilds. We are
but he may be in danger.
My friend. Nothing can be done until your brother returns, and that will not be until the battle is over. I apologize, but there's nothing more I can do. All I can suggest is that you vent your grief against the Darkspawn for the time being.
Okay. As long as Arl pays, I'm happy.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
I didn't realize things were going so well.
This is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
Wakanda forever. I never noticed they did the Wakanda forever thing.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
You don't sound very reassured.
Despite the victories so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
What would you have him do?
We sent a call out west to the Grey Wardens of Orlais, but it will be many days before they can join us. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can, and look to Terran Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
What do you need me to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Your hound can stay with me while I attend to some business. The Grey Warden tent is on the other side of this bridge. You will find us there should you need to.
Level up? Never did. Silly me, I never leveled up. All for dexterity. Going below the belt. Below the belt.
The Grey Warden tent is across the bridge. Find me there if you wish.
Okay, I will.
Hale, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk to you. You don't provide me anything useful.
The mages must not be interrupted. Their spirits are in the Fade. The Fade is the realm of dreams and the land of the dead, or so the mages tell us. Regardless, they are not to be disturbed, not even by Grey Wardens.
I apologize, I'll go elsewhere. Because I'm a good guy.
Greetings,
Win,
young man.
you seem like a
You are
person of
Duncan's
importance.
newest recruit, are you not? He's not a man easily impressed. You should be proud. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Win, one of the mages summoned by the king.
And I am Aiden.
And good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact.
Will you be fighting beside the king?
The Grey Wardens will be on the front lines, not the mages. Still, we
Yes,
have our parts to play.
all three of us.
To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp.
You faced Darkspawn
Stragglers,
before?
yes. Not the vast horde the scouts speak of. I wonder, how much do you know of the connection between Darkspawn and the Fade?
I know the Fade is where you go to
Anytime
when you
your
dream.
spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
What's
Some
the Black
say
City?
The Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
And is that true?
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
I'll just kill every
A wise
Darkspawn I see.
It's worked well for me in the past. But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
He does, but you're worth talking to, because you're best white mage.
So, any last wishes I can help fulfill before you head into battle? Life is fleeting, you know. That pretty face could be decorating some Darkspawn spear this time tomorrow. Shall I take that quiet glare as a no? Oh, well, too bad. Well, you're not what I thought you'd be. The name's
Who are
Davith.
you?
It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they cooked this ritual up just for our benefit.
What do you know
I
about
happened
this
to be
ritual?
sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds.
The
We're
wilds?
right on the northern edge of the Kukari wilds here, miles and miles of savage country. My home village isn't far, and I grew up on tales about the wilds. Even been in there a few times. Scary place.
Why would they send us into the
Sounds like
forest?
some kind of test. Maybe we'll hunt us a souvenir or two. It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice.
I'm looking
You
forward
sound
to
just
it.
like the bloody knight. Well, more power to you. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
Cool, so that takes care of Davith.
Moving on.
Let's see here. Go ahead and put the longbow on. Nothing great. Nothing great. Okay. Alright.
Have you seen an elf running about? Young woman, red hair, carrying a suit of chain. Blasted.
Can't say I have,
Where did
no.
she go? That suit better be patched up when she gets back, or by the maker up. No, pardon my manners. My troubles are no concern of yours, I'm sure. I'm the quartermaster. Did you come for supplies?
Do you need help tracking this girl
I'm sure you
down?
have better things to do than run errands for me. I can find her myself.
What kind of supplies do you have?
For the most part. It's for the King's men, but you Grey Wardens can buy what you need for a modest price. I also have some goods on the side I can provide. Strictly off the record, of course, to keep morale up, you understand.
Of course. I understand totally.
So
Let me see him.
keep it quiet.
Well, it's hush hush. Don't you worry. Let's see here. Kuzlan guard shield. We don't need that. All that's garbage. We got 5286. That should be enough to get us a backpack.
Some supplies, perhaps.
Yes, backpack. Let me see what you have. Inventory space. I can't buy it yet. Now I can. There, now we got to 80.
Hear the prayers of your sons and daughters. We who betrayed your
Not happening.
Excuse me, I must get the hounds ready for battle.
Don't think
Half
so.
the dogs are sick from darkspawn blood. It's terrible. Excuse me, I must get the hounds ready for battle.
I already have a hound, so I don't need to worry about recruiting that one. Human noble.
You need to convince them. We've got to run. The Darkspawn are coming. I saw
Why do you say that?
We're gonna die.
I apologize, Warden. He's been like this ever since they found him in the wilds. Aside from
What's
the
wrong with
wounds,
him?
we're not sure. His blood is untainted. He's just terrified.
You can feel it, can't you? They taint the land, turn it black and sick. Oh, you can feel it inside. They'll come out of that forest and spread. Like caterpillars covering a tree. They'll swallow us whole.
That's quite enough out of you. You need to calm yourself, my good man.
They were everywhere. I saw them.
Yeah, he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Ah, I suspect you are one of the new Grey Wardens. Will you accept the Maker's blessing? Then
I will,
bless
thank you.
Grey Warden, in the name of Andraste and the Maker above. May the chant of light carry your name to the ears of our Lord.
What do you think, Jory?
You must be the third recruit we've heard about. Sir
Yes,
Jory
I
is
am
my
Aiden.
name. I hail from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of Arl Eamon. You have the bearing of a man who knows how to fight. If I may ask, were you a soldier before you came here?
I was not a soldier, but my father
Are
did
you a
train me to
nobleman?
fight.
I am honored to be in your company, my lord. I hope we're both lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. Is it not thrilling to be given that chance?
I'm curious about the joining ritual.
Has anyone told you about it?
Only
I
that
never
it's
heard of
dangerous.
such a ritual. I had no idea there were more tests after getting recruited. I suppose since you're finally here, I'd best get back to Duncan. I shall see you there.
Success!
Success. Victory.
Huh. Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me.
No, I
I
haven't.
suppose you have a bit of kindness in you. All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up and I'm starving.
Why would I want to help you?
Something I don't need. Them circle wizards got a chest they keep things in. Magical things. And I stole the key. That's why I'm here. I got one of them drunk, took his key and tried to sneak to the chest. They assumed I was deserting. I can't use it from here. But I'd trade you for some food and water.
They didn't find the
That's
key
what I
when
did.
you were arrested?
But it's come back into my possession since then, so to speak.
That's disgusting. Well, I think I'll take it.
But you can't do that! Ah, God!
Sure again. Watch me. See? Knife. Ugh. Vengeance. Thank you for your help in my vengeance.
What in Andraste's name did you do that for? Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't give you the right to go and kill anyone you please. Explain yourself.
I don't have to explain myself to you.
yourself to someone. Well, no skin off my teeth. When they ask me why he's dead, that's what I'll tell them. Off you go. You killed me only prisoner, so I think I'll take a nap.
Alright, you have a good nap. Let's see here.
Sorry, the main army camp is off limits for you right now.
Okay, I won't go in there then. Rude.
My respects to you, Grey Warden.
You there, elf. What's your name?
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Tern Logain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Hello? I'm sorry, is there something you needed? I deliver
What do you mean?
messages around the camp. You have a message for me? Then what?
Yes, I do.
Oh, wait. Are you the one I'm supposed to give Sir Garland's sword to? Because I think the smith's done with it.
Yes, you're supposed to give me the sword to
that's
me.
such a relief. You really saved me from the switch for sure. I'd best get back to my duties again before I get in more trouble.
Best description of weapon. Let's see here. Somewhere in the field there is a bewildered knight fighting with his dinner fork. Pity him. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That poor knight has no nothing.
You approach the tent of Tern Logain. State your business.
Tell me about Tern Logain.
Logain. He helped free Ferelden. He was the brains behind King Maric's armies and drove out those damned Orlesians. King Maric rewarded him by making him a Tern. Can you imagine? A commoner became a high nobleman just like that. Without Logain, you can bet the king wouldn't be winning against these Darkspawn.
Is Tern
He's
inside? What's he doing?
But I don't think it's my place to discuss his activities.
would like an audience with the Terran, please.
I suppose you have a message for him. Hold on then.
Not really, I just want to be a jerk.
Yes, what is it? Oh, you're Duncan's new Grey Warden, I assume. Kaelin's
Yes, I am.
fascination with the Wardens goes beyond the ordinary. Are you aware his father brought your order back to Ferelden?
A fascination you don't share.
Impressive, but not as relevant as Kaelin thinks. You look familiar. Have I seen you at the Lands meet?
My father was Terran of High-Ever.
Of his promise. I'm certain he has every intention of following it through. I don't suppose you'll be riding into the thick of battle with the rest of your fellows, will you? Here for
Certainly
the
hope so.
glory, huh? Fair enough. Now I must return to my task. Pray that
I mean,
our
anyone
king
that looks
proves
like
amenable to
Loghain is
wisdom,
clearly not a
if you're
good
the
guy.
braying sort.
I mean, he looks like death hung over. You don't
He is
seem very fond of him.
Marik's son and the leader of my beloved Ferelden, and a very young man. I try to keep that in mind, as should you.
I tend to keep him alive, let him become a warden, and then sacrifice him in Inquisition, and that's his lot in
Approach
life.
the tent of Terran Loghain. State your business. Very well.
Yeah, we've talked to you. We don't need to talk to you no more.
Greetings.
King's
King
guard.
Kaelin is not in his tent right now.
Tell me about the king. You
Suppose I
must see
do,
him a lot.
Though he's spending most of his time with the Grey Wardens. He rides with them wherever they go, in fact. Terran Loghain sees the king whenever he can and argues with him over coming battles, but the king just waves him off. The king wants to end the Blight with a single huge battle the bards will sing of for centuries. Do you think that's possible?
We'll
That's
see in
how
the coming
Terran
battle.
feels. He'll do what the king wants in the end, though. The king thought it was funny that Terran called him reckless, and they fought about the queen.
The
She's
queen?
the Terran's daughter. He wasn't happy about something she did or the king did, I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't discuss it. As you wish.
I should go. I should go. I should go.
Not happening.
Look carefully, man. This wretched thing is a darkspawn. They're strong and cunning and smart, but don't listen to those old wives' tales. They can be killed. Stick them with your sword enough, and they go down. Their blood is black as sin and poisonous. Don't even touch it. You get tainted with that blood, and you may as well slit your throat. We've lost many dogs already. Had to muzzle them to keep them from biting. It's a long and painful way to die.
Unless you're the main character.
Naturally.
Ooh, leather armor. That might be fitting a mage. Or not a mage, a Rugu. Yeah, no one wants to care about your love interest. Nonsense, I say. Nonsense. Leather boots. Nice arrows, okay. Good sellable loot. Anytime I find magic arrows, I'm all happy and giddy because they're worth a lot of coin. It's like, alright. I'm not poor anymore.
Hello again. You need something now? Oh, alright.
Just saying
Nice
hello.
to see you again.
You gave me the Sword of Awesomeness. Very good scale. Ugly, 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 but you know, when it came out, this was really pretty. I mean, it's not so much now. But it's a 360 game. And people tell me we're on the Xbox One X and the PS5, but I've never seen one, so I wouldn't know. Gotta go get all these items before we talk to Alistair. I guess I could have done this at the beginning, but I didn't. I didn't. I have elf root together. Elf root. Need that for our potions later. That we'll never use. On normal difficulty, you use them. Elf root. think there's a quest we have to gather so much elf root. I don't remember. I think it's one of the requisition quests. Deep mushrooms, elf root, and the death root, I think they call it. If I'm remembering correctly. Like I said, I think it's been 3 years since I've played this game. Cool, beef bone. Doge doesn't need any presents to make his affinity go up. It's already maxed, but it's nice to give best boy his treats. Oh, a chest. Deep mushroom. Elf root. Yeah. Getting some good stuff. Good stuff. Alistair is best boy in franchise. He's favorite character, and I always end up pissing him off and alienating him with this guy. Like I said, I gotta make Logain my sacrifice at the end of Inquisition. Inquisition, what a show. There was no death root there, though. Yes, you are still here.
We're on our way.
We're on our way. Ugh. Direction person.
Soldiers of Ferelden, my sisters and gentlefolk. We're on the eve of battle. Let us consider the evil.
Let's see.
Excuse me, I must get the hounds ready for battle. Half the dogs are sick from darkspawn blood. It's terrible.
What do you need? You haven't brought more instructions from the Turn, I hope. Turn Logain has changed our scouting route 12 times. If you're not from the Turn, what do you want? We're busy.
You don't look like the other soldiers in the army.
We're Ash Warriors. Our training has been passed down since Lathias the Dwarf Son first harnessed the battle rage of the dwarves. It is an old tale.
So what do you Ash Warriors do?
Rage inside us, nurture it, and draw it out so we cannot fall in battle until our last foe is slain. It is a dwarven discipline. We've adapted it to let us fight alongside our hounds. That is our way. I trust my hound with my life, as he trusts me with his.
I have a Mabari hound of my own.
A trained Mabari hound is as dangerous as any sword. We do not speak of a city pet or those things that sit in an old woman's lap.
What are you preparing
the
for?
wilds and watch the progression of the darkspawn horde. With luck, we'll find and slaughter many stragglers. The hunt will be good if my hound survives the blood of his prey. If he dies, I shall mourn tonight.
Survives the blood? What do you mean?
Blood is poisonous, but not always fatal. Those who survive grow immune to its effects. The wardens say that tainted blood drives even the survivors mad eventually. But not today. Today, we hunt and we kill.
Wouldn't it be smart to leave your dogs behind?
Side. We don't fret over their safety as if they were children.
Why have abandoned your dogs?
To distinguish us from our enemies, but the blood of battle can confuse them. So we paint ourselves with Caddis, which overpowers the blood, and also paint our hounds so they know we are the same.
What if the enemy is painted Caddis as well?
Would you steal our Caddis and give it to the darkspawn hordes?
Absolutely not.
I hear death is unpleasant. My thanks.
I should be
There's
going.
something to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
Death is unpleasant, unless you're handing it out to the Darkspawn. Not to me. That'd be an awkward ending to the game. It's over there. And I know that.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
You're a very strange man.
Tell me that. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage.
We haven't met. You
And
must
that
be
makes
Alistair.
you Duncan's new recruit, I suppose. Glad to meet you. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
Pleased to meet you. My name's Aiden.
That was the name. So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before? When I fought my first one, I wasn't prepared for how monstrous it was. I can't say I'm looking forward to encountering another. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
The argument I
With the
saw, what
mage,
was that about?
The Circle is here at the King's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are. Which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar. I'm
That would be
sure the
awkward.
revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
What about the other
Davith and
recruits?
Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them? That
Yes,
makes
both of
things
them.
easy then. They'll both be back with Duncan by now.
I look forward to
do?
traveling with you.
Huh. That's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Oh, we are leading on.
It's that. Naturally.
Novice flame ruins. Nice. Very good. Very, very good. Alistair, you're with me now. And you'll never leave my party. Not ever once, ever, never, ever. Because you're my tank.
Moving on.
I have urgent duty, sorry.
You do have urgent duties. Oh wait, you can have Sir Garland's sword. Someone should. Sir Garland doesn't, obviously. Let's see, 3 and 7. Do this look a little better? No. It's all the same. Okay. You. Oh yeah. Very good. Warden shoot. Cool. He's level 4 already. I am not that fortunate yet. Go ahead and... But I'm nearing it. It's coming. We're going to mess with the Tranquil. I don't need their backstory.
Again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps? Let me know what you'd like.
Okay. Elm is pretty nice. Ooh, there's some nice stuff. I don't need to buy it though. Not necessary. Might as well talk to you, Tranquil.
Welcome, young man. I am one
Who are
of
you?
the Tranquil, my friend. I am of the Circle of Magi. But instead of casting spells and reading tomes, I spend my time enchanting. It is a time-consuming process, but invaluable. Enchantment provides the Circle its wealth. Certainly we would not get by on charity.
You speak very strangely. Why is that?
Put it this way. Do you know why those with magical talent are feared?
No, but I know the Muffin Man. Because magic is powerful and dangerous.
Beyond its power. Those with magical talent attract demons and spirits. We can be possessed easily and thus become horrors known as abominations. Even those with minor talents attract hungry spirits. Anyone with the power may learn blood magic from these demons. Hence, we are considered dangerous. This is our curse. Thus, I was made tranquil, stripped of emotions and talent. I am no longer dangerous.
How was someone made tranquil?
Is branded with magic, which stills our talent and mind. The process is irreversible as far as I am aware.
Sounds like a horrid practice.
It might seem such to you, but I feel no horror. I am content to serve in my role. Of course.
Let's talk about something else.
What may I assist you with?
What is enchantment exactly?
Of folding magical lyrium into items first practiced by the dwarves. The Tranquil have learned their runes, and we use them to apply a variety of magical effects. We create the glow lights, as well as the magic staff, or the flaming blade. The irony, perhaps, is that it is our very disconnection to our former talents that allows the Tranquil to work with lyrium so. A true mage could not.
What sort of enchantments are there?
Exists that hold the power of the elements that increase strength or swiftness. Almost any spell can be given permanency, given enough skill and lyrium. Naturally, the greater the power required, the more expensive the rune will become to create. True power comes with a price, as we know only too well.
I should go. It gave me a codex reading, so that's okay. We'll talk to Duncan here.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Korcari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
What do we need Darkspawn blood for?
Itself. I'll explain more once you've returned.
Going to the wilds isn't that dangerous?
Recruited out of charity. All 3 of you are skilled and resourceful. Alistair is the most junior member of our order and will accompany you as is tradition. Do not worry. I doubt you will need to go far into the wilds to find what you seek.
Surely you could have acquired some blood before now.
You must work together to collect the components, however. It's as much a part of the joining as what comes after.
And the
There
second
was once
task?
a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
What kind of scrolls are these?
If you're curious, promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
And what if they're no longer there?
The scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them. Only a Grey Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true.
Is this part of our joining too?
The effort must be made. I have every confidence you are up to the task.
How will we find this archive?
It will be an overgrown ruin by now, but the sealed chest should remain intact. Alistair will guide you to the area you need to search.
Find the archive and 3 vials of
Watch
blood.
over your
Understood.
charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Alright, so we have a full party now. And this is where I am going to call it because it's past midnight and I am tired. So I will pick this up at a future time. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not, I'm not sure. But definitely before the weekend, so. Because I'm looking forward to playing this, so. You have a good one too, Fast, and again, thanks for the follow. You have a good night and enjoy your playthrough. I will see everyone later. For those watching on YouTube, when this is archived, remember hit subscribe, and if you like this content, and if not, y'all have a good one. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.